Calculating molar mass. To calculate molar mass, you have to either write a chemical formula from its name or be given the chemical formula directly. Here you are given the chemical formula directly. First thing you will do is you will discover the types of atoms in the chemical formula. For instance, we have calcium and sulfur atoms. So first list the atoms present, calcium and sulfur. Then you're going to list the quantity of each atom present in the chemical formula. So it's very important that you have written a correct chemical formula to be successful. So here we have one calcium and one sulfur, as there is no numbers after them, so we assume there to be one. Then you're going to look up their number on the periodic table. So here is our periodic table that we have in class, and you can see that calcium, you're going to use this number right down here, the 40.08, and then the 3207 for sulfur. So you'll use what we call the average atomic mass. That's how we learned it originally. Now it is called, either I refer to it either as the periodic table number, but properly said it's the molar mass. So we have one calcium, one sulfur. We're going to look up the periodic table number, aka molar mass, and multiply how many we have of each atom times its number off the periodic table. For instance, remember we saw 4008 for calcium and 3207. So you're going to take 1 times this and 1 times 3207 and get those numbers. Then you're going to sum your results, like here. And then this is your molar mass, 72.15 grams per mole. The unit will be grams per mole. On most of the stuff you will submit in Schoology, you will not be putting the unit. And for this skill, we're going to just be consistently rounding to 2 places past the decimal. So go to your second place past the decimal. On your calculators, look to the number afterwards and round accordingly. The second place past the decimal based on the third place past the decimal. Another example. Here we have barium phosphide. So we're going to list the atoms, barium and phosphorus, pardon me. We're going to list how many we have of each, 3 bariums, 2 phosphorus. We're going to multiply each of them by their numbers off the periodic table, and then we're going to total those values. Example 3. Here we have Ta parentheses OH parentheses 5. So we're going to list the types of atoms we have, apologize. Ta, O, and H. We're going to list how many of each. Remember that this parentheses here means that the 5 will go through everything sort of backwards, distribute, if you would, through that. That's how I got 5 oxygens and 5 hydrogens. So we list the number of atoms of each after we've listed the types of atoms. We look up their numbers off the periodic table, often referred to me as the periodic table number. So those are their numbers. We multiply across, and then we're going to sum that value. Okay, example 4, Tc2 parentheses C4H4O6 parentheses 7. Remember that this 2 only applies to Tc, but the 7, because it's outside a set of parentheses, will be multiplied through or distributed through the set of parentheses. So we have 2 Tc's, we have 4 times 7, 28 carbons, 4 times 7, 28 hydrogens, and 7 times 6, or 6 times 7, 42 oxygens. We look up their periodic table numbers, their molar masses, and we multiply across and get our subtotals, and then we're going to add those up and get our molar mass, which is 1232, and this is 38. 1232.38. So that is how you calculate a molar mass for a more complex problem.